Happy Monday to you, sports fan. I'm Adam Deal. This is the Proview Rundown. Glad you could join us. We've got some stuff to go over finally. I mean, it's been a little bit since we've had a hard material, so a couple of great things. We got Ball So Hard University, Untitled. He's going to be doing his thing, some hype or not hype. I'm going to talk a little bit of baseball. We got the brackets for baseball and softball that have just come out. And then directing right now is my man Josh Luna. You doing all right over there? All right,
Speech.
Good.
Speech.
Yeah, you got to give a speech, a whole speech. Thumbs up is his speech. So Luna's doing a great job. Let's pull in some highlights first. So check this out. All right, so we're going to be covering a lot more now here on Proview Sports Network, and we've been doing the pregame show for New Mexico United, but obviously the chaos that is, it's fantastic. And New Mexico United with a monster game yesterday in front of 15,029 people in Cinco de Mayo as they took on San Antonio FC. Here's what happened.
Now they're showing what they're able to do off the field and to surround their brother in arms and really show their support and their time of need. To be honest, that's what this game is all about.
Well, we're officially underway from the Lab Isotopes Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Just had one word following up that Portland Timbers 2 game, and it was fight. Just an incredible amount of it, as that's a great layoff for Santi Moar. Moar going for goal, and it was almost a perfect start. Now New Mexico United looking to break out on the other end. Kevon Frater will be able to get there. Frater, reigning USL Championship Player of the Week for Sandoval! Flag stays down. New Mexico United go up. Excellent play from Frater. Sandoval with a terrific run. Easy enough on the finish.
Well over a month since he's been able to find the back of the net again. We paid off so much credit to the chances created. Devin Sandoval finding form once again in the starting 11.
Chris Wehan was trying something clever to find Sandoval. That clearance is right to Santi Moar. This could be dangerous for San Antonio as Moar forces the save out of Cardoni. Somehow able to recover and keep it in play. And now San Antonio FC breaking out on the other end. Look at the pace from Brian Gomez. Nobody stepping to him. Gomez, the save from Mizell. And finally, the Georgia native with his first involvement in tonight's match. So what does he decide to do? He decides to dominate the high school scene. He led the country with 66 goals his senior year, as Santi Moar could be in here. Moar cuts it back, lays it off. Wehan, 2 for New Mexico United. Patience from Moar, lethal from Wehan. And they double their delight at the Lab.
You have not seen is his ability to impose his will on an entire back line when he's not the one to.
Here comes New Mexico United again. Frater back for Wehan. All sorts of space for Troy Lessane's group. Wehan taking it, already a goal tonight. Wehan! They can't be stopped at the moment. Wehan is second of the night, second of the second half. And New Mexico United running away with it.
But still had goal-scoring prowess. And how about this? Just one-on-one. And the only thing strange to me about that game was Kamawasa coming off the bench when he was in a great run of form. And it's really allowed them to be so good in the offensive third.
Well, that's going to do it. New Mexico United in front of more than 15,000 put on an absolute show.
So impressive. Peter Trevisan owns United, and just in about a month, it'll be a year when they announced that they were going to start this organization in USL, and to see what has already happened, just the 5th home game in 15,000, and the team is playing. And by the way, now with that win, New Mexico United is first place in the Western Conference Finals, or in the Western Conference standings, and so we'll show you that a little bit later this week and what that means. But there's Eastern Conference 18 teams, Western Conference has 18 teams, 36 total teams, and United is killing it. So let's bring in my man Untitled. How you doing?
You know, first? I'm down here at the Down Under. Decided to go to Sydney, Australia. Go find out the place where Nemo went. You know, 42P Sherman, Wallaway, whatever.
Your accent's pretty good. Like, yeah. I would not be able to clean out that accent, so that's nice.
You know, I just wanted to ask you, Adam, you know, I mean, the last time Isotopes Park's pretty much been that filled is opening day of Isotopes like 20 years ago. So what was the environment like there? I mean, Cinco de Mayo on top of that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I thought I showed up early, right? And I didn't, because I'm doing the game on radio, which was a lot of fun, by the way. And the tailgate atmosphere was better than any tailgate atmosphere I've seen. Better than some of the football tailgates. You know how big the football tailgates get. So it was incredible, and it was a party because it's Cinco de Mayo, and then because there's over 15,000 plus there, and so it was just insane. And you get in the stadium, and there's Spanish music playing, and they had people perform a lot of Spanish traditional songs. That's made it fun, and they hit a home run. The place was chaos, loud, great goals.
These guys are winning too. These guys are winning too with New Mexico guys too. Like that.
Love it.
That's what makes it even better, in my opinion, is that they went the local route. They picked up some local guys, and you know what? They're killing it. And they're
check
in first
this out.
place.
All 3 goals yesterday were from guys from the University of New Mexico. Now, Chris Wehan scored 2 goals. He played for the Lobos all 4 of his years in his career. He's not from Albuquerque, but still, that's a New Mexico guy right there. And then Devin Sandoval, of course, from ELDORADO High School, and the local kid. He scores the first one, and there's other players that are there. And big condolences, by the way, to Justin Schmidt and his family. He's a local guy, great defender. He was from Volcano Vista High School. His father tragically passed away in a car accident. Mother was injured. Is okay, but so there's heavy hearts for sure for the team. And Troy Lesane, the head coach of United, had talked about it in his post-game interview and what it meant to kind of rally for him and get that W. So that was kind of cool. Yeah,
and I mean, especially in that 3-0, 3-0 fashion. I mean, they're doing all the right things. I mean, I haven't been to a game yet personally.
Well, I can't wait because I know you're going to get a chance here to go soon.
But I mean, the curse, I mean, the fan base, I mean, they're killing it and they're having fun with it. And, you know, I think that's a very important thing. And, you know what, I feel like maybe they're starting to turn some heads at that MLS office, you know, thinking, you know what, these guys are doing this in the USL. Maybe they can do it with
not only are they
MLS.
they're turning heads for sure, and they're outdrawing, I think, 4 or 5 MLS teams attendance-wise. So, I mean, that's been the biggest key, I think, is their attendance is huge. I think it continues this way. And, I mean, you look at their next matchup's not for another month at home. They're going to go on the road now, and they've got a few games, but you know, they're going to be at home against Oklahoma City Energy, who's 4th on the table right now, and it's June 5th, and it's on a Saturday, and I mean, it's going to be warm and gorgeous and tailgating, and the beer is going to be flowing, and I think they're going to do it again. I think they're going to keep selling it out, Alden, and now it's time for Alden to get to these games because you'll have a chance. We've kind of been busy at Proview, and I know that you haven't been able to get out, but you're going to get out, man. You're going to love it.
And you know what? Keep showing out, keep supporting. I mean, this is the best chance New Mexico has at a professional sports team. They're on the right track. It's their first season, people. So, I mean, let's just keep rallying behind this team. And you know what? Maybe we'll finally start getting that recognition that Albuquerque sports and New Mexico sports in general deserve, Adam.
Totally with you. We'll step aside here, and then we're going to go over some of the baseball and softball brackets, and we're going to break it down when coverage begins for some small school and large school track, and we'll continue the action right here on the Rundown.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
High school sports are back. The 2018-19 season kicks off, and you could watch every Proview Network broadcast live on the NFHS network. Every moment, from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championships. Get your highly discounted monthly pass now. Go to ProviewNetworks.com and sign up. Watch New Mexico's best.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Proview Network crew, assemble! Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Dream Style Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dream Style Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamStyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Proview Rundown, we're back here. Glad you could join us. Casual Monday at the Spring Sports. Josh Luna, he's our director today. Josh Brown, I guess, wanted to sleep. Oh, hey, Josh Brown, it's called going to work. Try it.
Yep.
Man, Alden Iwani, he's here.
Right.
JB's lazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like sometimes you just got to have some self-respect for yourself, and your job. Show up on time, be punctual. Be punctual, all that good stuff.
We just went over some New Mexico United stuff, which was awesome. And we're going to continue to follow. In fact, our coverage will get a little bit deeper here on Proview Networks of New Mexico United as we get into the summer, no doubt. So it's going to be a lot of fun as that continues. But now it's time to shift into some high school stuff. And we're going to go over some of the brackets on the softball and baseball side that was released last night here in the bracket breakdown and discuss that. So Luna, you could just start throwing those brackets up and then we'll go over them, and we'll start with 3A softball. And so Robertson, of course, got that 1 seed. They'll take on East Mountain, the 16. The 8-9, Tucumcari against Hatch Valley. Laguna Acoma is going to take on Navajo Prep in the 5-12. West Las Vegas versus Raton in the 4-13. Tularosa, they're the 3 seed against Wingate, the 14. The 6-11 matchup, Santa Fe Indian against Tohatchee. Dexter's the 7 seed against St. Mike's, the 10. And you've got Cobre, they're the overall 2, and we know the tradition there against the 15 Hot Springs. Let's move along. 4A. Artesia's the 1 against Espanola Valley, the 16. 8-9 is Valencia Valley. The 5-12 matchup, Mayamura Silver. Pewaukee, the 4-13. Aztec versus Los Alamos is the 3-14. Then you've got the Bernalillo Spartans going to take on Belen in the 6-11 matchup. Gallup, they're the overall 7 seed against Portales, the 10, and Las Lunas. This is their highest seed in school history. Going to get the 2 seed against Kirtland Central, the 15 seed. That is girls 4A. Moving along to 5A. How about them Rio Rancho Rams, Alden Iwani? Yep. They're the 1 seed. They'll take on Mayfield, the 16. Eldorado and PV, the 8-9 matchup. The 5-12 is Centennial versus Farmington. Oñate is a 4 versus Hobbs, the 13. That 3-14 matchup on the top of your screen is Volcano Vista against Albuquerque High School. Cibola, your Fighting Cougars. Are they going to make their little run? They play Las Cruces, the 6-11 Manzano, a 7-10 against Cleveland, the 10 seed. Carlsbad's the 2 against Alamogordo.
You know, I want to give a big shout out to the Cibola girls teams for carrying us in sports this year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, basketball was a little down, but I mean, that's expected when you have a D1 talent such as a Maya Brown leading your team.
What about your Cibola Cougar football team, though? I mean, they had a nice run. They made it to the quarterfinals this year.
They made it. I mean, they snuck into the state football tournament. So.
Got the upset?
Yeah, got the upset. So, you know, I think Cibola, you got to watch out for, but I mean, I'm going to be real, and I feel like it's going to be that Rio Rancho versus Volcano Vista in the finals.
Rio Rancho versus Volcano?
Yeah.
I'm going to go dark horse Cleveland, the 10 seed versus Rio Rancho in the finals. I'm throwing that out there. Let's go baseball. Josh Luna says move on, so we move on. Texaco's the 1 versus Navajo Pine, big shocker, Texaco the 1 seed. Mesilla Valley the 8-9 against Capitan. Moore's going to take on Magdalena the 5-12. Rehoboth against Desert Academy in the 4-13. Estancia against Sierra on Encantada, the 3-14 matchup. McCurdy versus Loving in the 6-11. Santa Rosa is going to go at it with NACA, the 7-10 matchup. And then the 2 seed to Eunice as they'll take on Penasco, the 15 seed, and that's what 2A baseball looks like. Now remember, all these first round games will be best of 3s, and when you get to the quarterfinals, then it's single elimination. So Robertson's the 1 seed on boys and girls, or softball and baseball, I should say, against Tularosa, the 16 seed. Santa Fe Indian against Navajo Prep in the 8-9. Socorro will take on Dexter, the 5-12. St. Mike's versus Zuni, the 4-13 matchup. West Las Vegas is 3rd seed and will play host to Thoreau, the 14 seed. Cobra is 6, Laguna Acoma 11, NIMI, New Mexico Military Institution, the 7 seed against Sandia Prep, the 10, East Mountain, they're the 2 versus Raton, the 15. That's 3A baseball. On to 4A baseball. How about the Sartans? They are the 1 seed. They'll take on Bloomfield, the 16 seed. Valley will play host to Belen in a tight one. That's a district game, by the way. Academy against Mayamura, the 5-12. The 4-13 is Aztec and Grants. Artesia's the 3 seed. They'll take on the 14 seed Valencia. Santa Teresa, the 6 seed against Kirtland Central, the 11. That 7-10 matchup is Los Alamos versus Los Lunas. Goddard's the 2. They take on Hope Christian.
Dang, I mean, St. Pius, I saw some of their jerseys yesterday, watching JP stream, getting ready to fill out our brackets while they were releasing them. St. Pius has some of the sweetest unis in high school baseball, for sure. They got that like old school Pittsburgh Pirates thing going on. I love it. And they got Hayden Walker, one of the best all-around players in any class in baseball. So look for St. Pius to do the big things in this 4A bracket.
Well, I agree with you. I think St. Pius, those unis are fantastic. So let's move on now to 5A baseball. Volcano Vista versus Alamogordo in the 116. 8-9 matchup is Hobbs versus Carlsbad. Rio Rancho against Eldorado, the 5-12. The 4-13 matchup is Rio Grande versus Farmington. Cleveland's the 3 against Mayfield, the 14. La Cueva, they're the 6 against Oñate, the 11. PV, the 7. Sandia, 10. Centennials, 2. Deming, 15. I find this bracket very good. I find some second round matchups interesting. Rio Grande potentially against Rio Rancho.
Man, that'll be huge.
Potentially even like Carlsbad versus Volcano. I think those are tough series even for Volcano, the 1 seed. Cleveland potentially with La Cueva in the next round. So some good matchups coming our way.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely stick with someone from District 1 winning this in the end, but it's not going to be an easy road for any of these teams, any of those District 3 teams. I mean, Rio Rancho was the #1 team in the state for a big chunk of this season, and they're the 5 seed. So that just shows how how deep this tournament is this year.
This last week.
And Rio Grande is no slouch too. I mean, Orlando Griego. I mean, he's been at Rio Grande forever, and you know, I'm hoping big things out of them this tournament. Just because they've been doing
down
such
in
a good
every
job.
sport too. Rio Grande. It'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see him pull off something. And you look at Centennial, the 2 seed, I don't know if we've talked enough about them. They'll have 2 losses in the season. They've been brilliant. They cruise through their district. It'll be interesting to see maybe if we've been downplaying Centennial, and I think that their road to the semifinals might be the best one.
You know, and when you're flying low radar as a second seed, I feel like even though like a lot of people are just like saying like they're disrespecting us and stuff, you know, flying under that radar is kind of good sometimes, you know, and you can, and especially in baseball where anything can happen. I mean, literally anything can happen in baseball. I mean, all that happens is that one pitcher shows up and the other one doesn't, you know, and pitching's just so vital, and I feel like that's why Volcano Vista has the #1 seed. But I mean, you're right, Adam, there's La Cueva, there's Carlsbad, there's Rio Grande, Rio Rancho, Cleveland. Like, we can all legitimately see all of these teams winning.
Bracket.
Yeah,
this is
it's
an open bracket.
for
I
sure.
don't think there's favorites, to be honest.
Because
I know Volcano's got that 1 seed. I don't know if anyone's the favorite.
Even in district play, all those games we did in District 1, they were all close games. They all came down to the 7th inning and some in extra innings. So, I mean, this is a toss-up this year, and I think that's what makes it super exciting. So, yeah.
All right, well, we got the action will start this weekend in best of threes. We won't have coverage on it until we get into the 5A baseball quarterfinals. We'll have all the finals streamed next week on the NFHS network. Speaking of which, we'll also have large school track and field the same week. That's next week. But this week, we've got small school track and field, and that will start right away on Friday morning. We'll have all the coverage on 2 separate streams for field events and track events, and mixed in a little bit field and track. And so that'll be Friday and Saturday live on the NFHS network. Last thoughts for today, Holden?
Oh, you know, last week I made a call on this show predicting the outcome of Metro Track, and, you know, I was right. You know, that's why you come and you tune into the Proview Rundown. We got track predictions, people.
We don't need Josh Brown either.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, my locks are way more legit. If you like actually, like if we put like my picks against Josh's picks, it's not good, people. It's not good.
I'm with you, man. I got the Monday yawn going on right here.
Yeah, you know what? And one more thing.
Yeah.
I mean, now that like on Wednesday's show, I'm going to start dropping spoilers in these shows. So if you haven't seen them, go see them. If not, you're going to hear spoilers. That's it. The end. Later.
Oh, all right. You heard it from Ball So Hard. All the Niawani. I'd like to thank Josh Luna. Don't forget to join us. We got shows this week on Proview Networks and Small School Track. We've got the action for you on the NFHS Network. We'll see you.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a